Hello, fight fans. Seattle Mike Fights with Friends. Hit that like button if you like everything fighting, MMA, boxing, kickboxing. We do live streams basically every week. Tonight, as you're watching this, we'll be doing one championship on Prime Video 1. Demetrius Johnson in action, as well as Rod Tanks and Muay Thai matches. But let's just jump right into this. ESPN Plus has been a mainstay for MMA fans and the only option now in the United States to order our pay-per-views. Pay-per-views jacked up all the way to $75. I've still seen value in ESPN Plus. Went from $4.99 to $5.99. $5.99 about a year ago. About a year ago, it jumped to $6.99. Today, an announcement that there's going to be a 43% price increase overnight. So we're going from $6.99 all the way up to $9.99 now. This is, of course, the old price for UFC Fight Pass. I imagine those that haven't canceled their UFC Fight Pass, like I hadn't, will be canceling theirs now. I don't think I can afford $20 a month for these, or at least justify the $20 per month to have both at this point, and then the pay-per-views on top of it. If I have to choose between the two, I'm going to pick ESPN Plus over Fight Pass. There's a lot of good stuff over on Fight Pass. I don't have time to watch all of that, and I want to watch these live UFC events. And let's talk about, to the average fan, is this still worth $10 a month? I'm sticking with ESPN Plus. I do a weekly fight companion. You know, I'm here almost every week. So I can't do it without it. So yeah, it's worth it for me. I'm a big fan. I watch every fight. If you guys watch every UFC from the start to the finish, you're getting, 2 to 4 UFCs a month. Most months, at least 3 UFCs, including your pay-per-view. Some months you're getting 4, 3 fight nights plus the pay-per-view. So, I mean, when you get 3 fight nights, you're still looking at, what, $333 per show. It's not the deal that it was. And I always said that this is going to go up. This is the introductory price. They're going to get us all hooked, and it's going to increase. I didn't expect it to increase this much at once. I feel like that's a misstep by them over at Disney and by them over at ESPN Plus. And fight fans, I mean, we always take the brunt of it. How expensive is it to be a fight fan? $75 per pay-per-view. After tax, that's $80. Now we're looking at 10. So you're looking at almost $100 a month just to be a UFC fan. Just to be able to watch UFC. If you're watching Bellator, of course, like I do, you're looking at another $8-10 a month for Showtime. Now, ONE FC used to have all their shows. You could watch them on YouTube. They might be at ridiculous times, so it's hard for US fans to watch live. But now if you didn't have Amazon Prime, maybe you're going to pick up Amazon Prime now. That's another $150 a year. So, they just keep on laying it on top of this. If you want to watch boxing, you're going to have regular ESPN. So now, not only do you have to have regular ESPN Plus, you're going to have regular ESPN. You're going to get a lot of boxing matches there. They're starting to get a lot more boxing on there on ESPN and ESPN Plus, which, as a fight fan, of course I like. There's things on Fight Pass I'm gonna miss now. If you're watching Cage Warriors, if you're watching, a lot of the kickboxing matches, different things, you're putting out another $10 a month for a Fight Pass. If you're watching Combate Global, used to be, I think, Combate Americanas, or Americas, something like that. That's over on Paramount now. Now you're paying another $5 to $10 a month, depending on if you want the commercials or not. And at ESPN Plus, I kind of consider it's kind of like we're behind a double paywall there, because we're paying now $10 a month, but we're still under the old conventional cable model for all the live sports, and we're having to watch all these commercials. We're having to watch, a lot of in-between fight promo when there's already so much pre-fight, so much post-fight. Even, a huge fan like me, I'm like, you know what? I'll watch and study the fights during the week. Give me that. I might watch some of the post-fights. I'm interested to see who got fight of the night, performance of the night, all those bonuses and things, and, what different fighters might say at a press conference. I don't need another 45 minutes to an hour or more during the event of you, talking about every single fight. This is, to me, it's monotonous, it's dubious, and it almost becomes like an extension of all these commercials that we're already watching for a service you're paying $10 a month for. I mean, I'm not canceling my ESPN Plus anytime soon. Maybe some of you guys are, though. Let me know down there in the comments. Is this going to be the last straw for you guys? Are you going to go to, ulterior motives or alternative means to watch your MMA like people have always done in the past? I won't mention any of those ways on here, but you guys know what I'm talking about, and that kind of thing increases, I think, as prices increase. And ESPN Plus, I think they've done good by us. Like I said, $4.99, $5.99, $6.99 a month. I was like, okay, it was kind of a quick jump from the $5.99 to $6.99, but okay, I get it. So maybe we got a couple years to wait now. No, boom, same year, or roughly a year later, we're going to jump it up 43%, which made me cancel my UFC Fight Pass. Like I said, and that's just less money for fans to go to live events, less money for fans to order pay-per-view. So roughly they're going to get, UFC and ESPN, you can look at them as separate entities, which they kind of are, but so you can look at it as UFC's losing $10 a month, or actually I'm going to be paying, $3 a month less because I'm just going to cut the UFC Fight Pass. They don't have all the old fights on there anyways. Now, is ESPN Plus worth it? What do you get? Yeah, you are starting to get a lot more events showing up on ESPN Plus that you can watch from the past. Not just the ones that were aired on ESPN Plus. A lot of those are being aired on there, but the pay-per-views are available not a significant amount of time in the future now. I think it's like 30 days, might be 36 days, something like that. Anyways, that they end up on ESPN Plus. Of course, all the prelims. If you missed the show, you can go back. I believe you can skip the commercials. So some people might purposely miss it. You might purposely watch it later, so you can fast forward through the commercials and through any of that extra talk that you don't want to see, like I talked about. But that makes it hard for channels like this that are doing the live stream reactions, and we're all reacting at the same time. We got to have more filler space in between these fights. And it's like, yeah, I would love the watch time on YouTube. That's, a big thing for the algorithm. But like at the same time, it's like, I know you guys don't, you don't want to sit here for 7-8 hours all the time, or, even 6.5 when it could be 5.5 hours tops from the early prelims through the end of the main event. But I'm dying to know what you guys think. Like I said, are you guys going to cut anything out after this? Are you going to keep everything the same? Let me know down there in the comments. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses next time.